gbn.tv. The news headlines comes to you compliments Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
When you need someone to help you to your feet, I'll be that beacon to your highest peak. Oh, I'll be right next to you, no, I will never leave. Come on, take my hands, we got everything we need. Cause you can look to me whenever you're in need. Just call on me and I'll be on my way. I'll be by your side, never to divide. The light that shines our way.
Virgin Atlantic introduces inter-Caribbean travel to Grenada and St. Vincent, and Grenada encouraged to capitalize on international accolades during ECCB's lecture series. In the region, Trinidad's wildcard former police commissioner linked to proliferation of guns and ammunition. Internationally, Senate passes U.S. debt ceiling deal, averting a U.S. default. And in sports, Carriacou and PT Martinique wins primary school cricket. The details of these and other stories after this message.
The first segment of the news comes to you compliments Soft Weave bathroom tissue.
Have you heard about the new Soft Weave bathroom tissue with total hygiene? As hygiene and safety have taken center stage, our bathroom tissue is now manufactured with 3 different technologies to offer the best protection for you and your family. UVC light technology for a safe and effective disinfection process, eliminating 99.9% of microorganisms. Also, production at high temperatures, killing all types of germs and bacteria. And it's pH controlled with delicate fibers to prevent irritation for even sensitive skin. Soft Weave Total Hygiene Bathroom Tissue, available in supermarkets and shops island-wide. Visit Soft Weave Caribbean Facebook or Instagram pages for more information.
Good evening, this is GBN's News at 7. Airlift capacity to and from Grenada will increase with the additional inter-island flights planned by Virgin Atlantic. The company announced additional flights which will operate from Barbados to Grenada and St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The move reinforces Virgin Atlantic's commitment to the Caribbean, which remains hugely popular with its vacation travelers. The details in this report.
Virgin Atlantic has reiterated its commitment to the Caribbean by launching inter-island flying, making a wider variety of island destinations even more accessible. From 14th June, Virgin Atlantic will be the only UK airline allowing the travelers to easily hop from Barbados to Grenada or St. Vincent on its own planes, providing a full-service option for island hopping. The new inter-island services are set to provide both international and local customers with more opportunities to explore the Caribbean. Flights will operate between the island twice a week, with the economic fee starting at $307. Chief Executive Officer of the Grenada Tourism Authority, Petra Roach, says the authority is excited about the new flights.
We're really pleased that Virgin Atlantic has been given fifth freedom rights to sell tickets between Grenada and Barbados. Barbados is actually our second largest producing island in the Caribbean, and as we know, we have continued to struggle a little bit in terms of getting back the capacity to where it was in the previous years. So this ability to sell tickets with Virgin Atlantic between the two islands is certainly a welcome addition and will give us a much needed boost to our Caribbean traffic. So we just also wanted to clarify that this is not a new plane, it's not an additional plane. What is happening is that Virgin has been given fifth freedom rights to sell tickets between Barbados and Grenada. So those persons who leave Heathrow, they either disembark in Barbados or they disembark in Grenada. But this now gives Virgin the ability to pick up passengers in Barbados and bring them through to Grenada. Virgin Atlantic currently flies twice a week into Grenada on Tuesdays and Saturdays. They're using the A330s 300, which have a total of 266 seats, and the only restriction in terms of their ability to sell these tickets is that they can only sell economy tickets. So that will be 185 seats in economy, and obviously you then have Virgin Atlantic and Virgin Holidays selling twin centres as an option as well. The Virgin traffic comes out of Heathrow, and this we've seen out of the UK market is a really good hub for us, so we welcome the news and we know that it will do extremely well.
Hannah Swift, Caribbean country manager at Virgin Atlantic, in a release stated, and I quote, "I am incredibly excited to be able to offer our new inter-island services to both holiday makers and locally to our Caribbean customers. It's so important to be able to provide reliable, frequent services between our Caribbean countries, offering opportunities to connect with friends and family, do business, and enjoy the wide variety of experiences that we have to offer throughout the Caribbean," unquote. For GBN News, I'm Rena Pett Thomas reporting.
Through support from the European Union, the World Bank, and Caribbean Catastrophic Risk Insurance Facility, Segregated Portfolio Company, CCRIF, SPC, Grenada was able to secure discounts on its tropical cyclone and excess rainfall policies. More in this report.
Government has renewed its insurance policies with the Caribbean Catastrophic Risk Insurance Facility, Segregated Portfolio Company, CCRIF, SPC, ahead of the 2023 hurricane season. CCRIF SPC, which provides a parametric insurance coverage against natural hazards such as hurricanes and earthquakes, has been operating since 2007, with Grenada being a founding member. Grenada currently holds 4 policies: tropical cyclone, excess rainfall, earthquake, and Caribbean Ocean and Aquaculture Sustainability Facility, or COAST. The tropical cyclone, excess rainfall, and earthquake policies will ensure a financial payout to government to aid in the recovery process should Grenada experience an event severe enough to trigger the policy, according to CCRIF SPC's models. In the case of the COAST policy, coverage is provided to fisherfolk against losses due to bad weather and direct damage to fishing vessels, equipment, and infrastructure caused by tropical cyclones, wind, and storm surge. The COAST provides livelihoods protection, payments directly to fisherfolk if the policy is triggered. The policies expired on May 31st, and the government elected to renew coverage effective June 1st, 2023 for 1 year, with gross premiums amounting to US $1.5 million. Through support from the European Union, the World Bank, and CCRIF SPC, Grenada was able to secure discounts of its tropical cyclone and excess rainfall policies, resulting in total net premiums of US $1.2 million. With this policy renewal, Grenada can receive a maximum payout of US $42.3 million in the event of a tropical cyclone severe enough to trigger the policy. Maximum payouts for excess rainfall and earthquake events are US $4.4 million and US $4.1 million respectively, while total cost payouts can reach US $1 million. Other mechanisms, such as the Catastrophe Deferred Drawdown Option, CAT-DDO, and the Contingency Fund, financed through CBI, receipts are additional disaster risk financing options available to government to respond in the event of a natural disaster. Christina John, GBN News.
Grenada should capitalize on its accolades as a means of improving its tourism product. That's one of the sentiments emerging from the Grenada edition of the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank ECCB's lecture series. In his contribution to the Grenada edition of the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank ECCB's 40th anniversary lecture series, panelist and chairman of Antillean Inc., Dr. Angus Friday, suggested that Grenada use awards it has won toward propelling its tourism product and, by extension, its economy. While explaining how winning regional and international awards can help to increase awareness about the island and boost its credibility, Dr. Friday called on residents of the country to capitalize on its many achievements.
These are things that you hold on to and you run with it when you get it. You can't sit around and say, well, let's see what drops out at the end. I mean, this is a gold mine to have something like that. When people come to Grenada, they hear that, we have clean air, golden Chelsea flower show. But when you arrive in Grenada and you drive on the road, you're not really seeing that. So we need to take these accolades and build on it. Let people actually see it when they come.
Grenada securing 16 gold medals at the Royal Horticultural Society's Chelsea Flower Show in London was one of the examples of accolades the country has won, which should be reflected across the island. Chairman of the Citizenship by Investment Committee, Mr. Richard Duncan, explains.
So just let's go back to the goal in Chelsea. Having one goal, if anybody asks us for a 20-foot container load of anthurium lilies or any other flowers we have in that day, we can't ship it out. So I'm saying doing these things to me are great. The question of monetizing and really have us create wealth, as we like to say, we need to take it to that point. Now let's come back to SGU, and it's the same thing because we have not thought through how do we build out to use the ecosystem to capitalize. And I'll tell you, if other islands had SGU with its brand, its size, and its reach on their island, trust me, it will be a different outcome. So I'm saying that I don't have all the answers, but enough talk has gone on, and I think it's time that we sit down to Dr. Friday's point.
In the latest addition to its list of accolades, earlier this week, Grenada's Grand Dance Beach was also ranked in the world's 50 best beaches of 2023, the official ranking of the world's top beaches. In more good news, renowned University Berkeley Valencia will present an honorary Doctor of Music degree to highly regarded entrepreneur and music and entertainment public relations executive Grenada's Yvette Noel Sher at its 2023 commencement ceremony on July 10th. A press release said the respected industry veteran, known for her work with Beyoncé, Prince, John Legend, and Chloe and Halle, among many others, will be recognized for her extraordinary career accomplishments, her dedication to the music industry on a global scale, and her work to promote multicultural diversity and inclusiveness for future generations. At the ceremony, the honoree will have the opportunity to address the graduating class of 2023. Noel Sher is a self-made entrepreneur and highly regarded music publicist with more than 3 decades of experience in the music industry. This is News at 7. Coming up, Venom resident Kevin Penny charged with 3 counts of arson and 1 count of murder. Stay with us.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Thinking about your new home? Think easy. Think a Republic Bank Home Easy Loan. Think affordable. Think convenience. Think Republic.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3. Republic makes home easy.
Wow, that was such a breeze.
Own your home with ease.
So whether laying that first brick or purchasing an existing home, we've got you covered. Republic Bank will get you those keys hassle-free in no time.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Apply for a Home Easy Loan today for a chance to win a cash prize. Getting your new home is easy with Republic Bank.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Terms and conditions apply.
Paying is faster and easier with Flow FastPay. Use your MasterCard or Visa and pay from anywhere. Log on to discoverflow.co/fastpay and press Consumer. Select your country and enter your account number. Enter the amount to be paid and an email address. Enter your credit card information. You'll receive a payment confirmation with the transaction details, along with a receipt to your email address. It's fast, safe, and easy. Glow, keeping you connected.
And so it begins, a journey like none other. Every moment has the potential to be unforgettable. Bring home a piece of the tropical green forest with every emerald. Capture the sparkling light of flawless water in a diamond. Make the sunrise and sunsets last forever. With precious colored gemstones, the essence of happiness is in our most precious memories. So, when it all comes to an end, bring home something that will last forever. Colombian Emeralds International. Bring home more than a memory.
With everything happening in this world, ACB Caribbean wants to provide even more convenience to our customers. Using the ACB Smart app, you can pay your utility bills, school fees, credit cards, and so much more. Download the ACB Smart app from your Google Play Store or your Apple App Store for free to take advantage of our convenient banking. It's simply the smarter way. For more information, visit our website at acbonline.com. ACB Caribbean, simply smarter banking.
What does it take to be an amazing woman? Lots of me time. Amazing women are classy, fancy, and a little sassy. It's the drink for me. Cheers! Sometimes you've got to show them who's boss. Alpha male? Nah, alpha females are more amazing. Cheers to securing the bag. We make time for ourselves, for work, friends, and we certainly make time for passion. We're simply amazing. Amazing cream liqueur for the amazing woman in you.
Is giving you more chances to multiply your Playway winnings by adding Multi-X to your regular Playway bets to win up to 5 times more. Imagine winning as much as $1,200 instead of $240 with a $10 Playway bet by simply adding Multi-X. Place your Playway bets from $1 to $10 or in increments on your favorite Playway symbols or numbers. Then add the Multi-X option at the same value to win 2 times, 3 times, 5 times more, or free plays. With Multi-X, you must bet the same amount wagered on your regular Playway bets for your winnings to be multiplied. Grenadians, value your dreams and win your way as much as 5 times more. With Multi-X added to Playway and watch your money grow. Must be 18 years or older to play. NLA, making your dreams come true.
When I need shelter, warmth, security, I know you'll be there. Something in these moments lets me know you care. Maybe the way you shield me, maybe it's your smiles and the way you tell me it's okay to try. Now I'm invincible. I can back my sack. I can take the long road, 'cause it's okay to look back if I am scared. I know you're there. Arise, together there's no limit to what we can do. Arise, with no wings, fly. Arise, and we're so high, enjoy the view.
This is Ariza, your financial freedom, your future.
Box some money. Box some money. Ladies and gentlemen,
are you ready to win?
Sunday, June 4th from 5 p.m. at the National Stadium is Box and Money.
What is Box and Money?
Box and Money is the most exciting bingo game ever. Picture this: 15 bingo games, $100,000 in a box, and you decide your winnings. This is gonna be pure fun and excitement. Tickets cost $60 for one or $100 for two. Don't you dare miss this one. Box and Money, $100,000 in cash. June 4th, National Stadium, Grenada. Get ready.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Thinking about your new home? Think easy. Think of Republic Bank Home Easy Loan. Think affordable. Think convenience. Think Republic.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3. Republic makes home easy.
Wow, that was such a breeze.
Own your home with ease.
So whether laying that first brick or purchasing an existing home, we've got you covered. Republic Bank will get you those keys hassle-free in no time.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Apply for a Home Easy Loan today for a chance to win a cash prize. Getting your new home is easy with Republic Bank.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome back. 3 counts of arson and 1 count of murder were laid against Vendome resident Kevin Penny as he made his first court appearance at the St. George No. 1 Magistrates Court on Friday. At around midnight on Thursday, May 12th, Penny reportedly went on a rampage, inflicting multiple chop wounds about the body of Jason Joseph, who succumbed to his injuries. He later set fire to the house of the deceased before doing the same to 2 other houses in the area. GBN understands that a bystander who attempted to intervene also received chop wounds to the upper and lower body and was hospitalized. The accused was shot in the leg by police and had been warded at the General Hospital under heavy police security. Friday, Penny was escorted into the courtroom in a wheelchair by police officers. Though the media was not permitted to enter the courtroom to hear the accused plead, officers later revealed that Penny had no legal representation and was remanded to His Majesty's prisons. He is scheduled to return to court on June 22nd, 2023. During a search of a barrel at the St. George's Port on Wednesday, 31st May 2023, customs officers discovered 6.22 pounds of cannabis, which carries an estimated street value of $54,460 EC dollars. The barrel was in the possession of Jeremy David, a 32-year-old sound engineer of Cook Hill Road, St. Andrew. The barrel and its contents were later handed over to the police, along with Mr. David, for further investigation. As a result, Mr. David was subsequently arrested and charged with the offense of possession of a controlled drug. He appeared at the St. George's Magistrates Court today, Friday, 2nd June 2023, where he pleaded guilty to the charge. He was remanded to His Majesty's prisons pending sentencing. Mr. David is scheduled to reappear in court on Monday, 12th June 2023. In more police news, police are seeking assistance of the general public in locating 16-year-old Zakim Philip, alias Pamol, a student of Concord St. John. He's about 5 feet 8 inches in height, slim-built and brown in complexion with black hair. Zakim left his residence on Thursday, 1st June 2023 and had not returned since. Anyone seeing Zakim or has any information about his whereabouts is kindly asked to contact the Criminal Investigation Department at 440-3921, Police Emergency at 911, Police Hotline at 444-1958, or the nearest police station. Former Commissioner of Police Edwin Martin has cited the need for a change in mindset among the nation's populace, particularly as it relates to criminality. He says while there has been a reduction in criminal activity on the island, members of the public have an individual responsibility to guard against becoming victims of crime.
You need to ask yourself, members of the public, what are we doing to harden our own targets, to prevent ourselves from being robbed or breaking and stealing? And a simple thing as having a dog at home is a very helpful thing. So how are we doing to harden our respective positions? And what are we doing to prevent ourselves first from becoming victims of crime?
This was among Edwin Martin's last words of advice to the nation in his capacity as Commissioner of Police before proceeding on a pre-retirement leave on Thursday after an illustrious 37-year career, 5 of which he served as the nation's top cop. The former police chief warns against complacency, noting that times and circumstances have changed.
Many people are still leaving their vehicles open and then complain they lost articles, personal items, and otherwise. Persons are leaving their houses unlocked simply because we still feel that Grenada Grenada is a very safe place. But our circumstances has changed. Things have changed, and our attitudes have to change in respect to criminality in two contexts. One, what can we do to protect ourselves first? And secondly, how can we better partner with the police to ensure safer communities and societies?
Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell agreed with Martin's comments, however noted that Grenada is still one of the safest places in the world.
The whole of Grenada approach to ensuring that we minimize violent behavior and that we minimize criminal activity is important. And the points raised by Commissioner Martin in terms of ensuring that we do not become victims of crime is also important. And I think we need to emphasize and double down on that. But I certainly expect that the Royal Grenada Police Force, the government, and the wider public will work hand in hand to ensuring that we continue to make Grenada a safe place.
While there has been a reduction in criminal activity during the first quarter of the year, especially sexual crimes against women and young girls, the RGPF has been observing an increase in the number of illegal guns, gun-related and violent crimes compared with corresponding data for the first quarter of 2022. Officer in charge of the Eastern Policing District, Superintendent of Police Kenneth Gill, told reporters 19 illegal firearms have been confiscated for the year so far, 2 of which were involved in recent shooting deaths. According to Superintendent Gill, the RGPF has mounted several operations with plans to institute a team of officers to deal specifically with the issue of illegal firearms.
We know to do that we also have to have persons trained and skilled to recover such firearms. So the Commissioner and the Executive are looking to form a team of officers just to deal with illegal firearms. Also, it doesn't just stop at Grenada, but the region are trying to form this team to see how best they could curb that situation. So minimize the use of firearms in our trial and state, and to also see how best we could stop those firearms from coming into our country. So we do gun tracing also, firearm tracing, so we could get the originality of where these firearms come from.
For GBN News, I'm Nisha Paul.
The second annual Grenada Dive Festival kicked off this week to a great start, bringing together dive enthusiasts, conservationists, and marine scientists for a week of activities geared towards promoting the conversation surrounding marine conservation. Details in this report. This year's second annual Grenada Dive Festival is in collaboration between the Grenada Tourism Authority and the Grenada Scuba Diving Association and several conversation groups, including Grenada Coral Restoration Foundation, Ocean Spirits, Sustainable Ocean Alliance, and Women in Clean Tech and Sustainability Caribbean Hub. While the event began in 2018 as the Grenada Dive Festival, last year the festival evolved to incorporate conservation and sustainable activities. And this year, there is a focus on involving more locals in the process. And since June 1st, 2023 marks World Reef Awareness Day, a massive beach cleanup was hosted in and around the Wildwoods Park at BBC Beach, which resulted in the collection of over 100 pounds of trash that is expected to be recycled. Dr. Kenrith Carter, veterinary surgeon, wildlife vet, and conservationist of Ocean Spirits, also did a presentation on ocean and sea turtle conservation, highlighting the work done by Ocean Spirits.
And every piece of trash you take off the beach is potentially saving a turtle that might be exposed, whether it's an adult turtle or a new hatchling. So hopefully from this, more people want to go out there and volunteer. You can come volunteer with Ocean Spirits. It's sea turtle conservation and research. You can, if you're not on the island, you can find a conservation group on your island. We're also part of the wider Caribbean Sea Turtle Network. So if you're on another Caribbean island, you can volunteer with them.
Kappa Gruel of United Nations Global Compact and Sustainable Ocean Alliance, SOA, spoke of the importance of today's activity.
Well, Sustainable Ocean Alliance Caribbean Hub works on bringing together youth to fight climate change. So we're all about grassroots efforts of beach cleanups to going to the mangroves and educating locals about the need for that, how mangroves are such a powerful filter in nature for us to have resources such as fresh water. And and also just bringing together knowledge about seabed mining. Right now I'm wearing a shirt that says deep sea mining. It's because we're trying to put a moratorium against deep sea mining in the Caribbean. We want to make sure that we have these spaces that are available for future generations, and that will only happen through collective good. If we continue to do good together and bring about awareness, do citizen science work, push our legislation to protect these places, that is how we will be able to have a sustainable future.
Tiffany Gear of Aquanauts Grenada was particularly pleased with the support received for this year's festival.
The objective of Diving Conservation Festival is to highlight the various conservation organizations within Grenada, empowering the local community as well as local participants and international participants to become aware of the various conservation solutions that exist to create a sustainable future for all of us, the planet, future generations, people, each species. So what we did is we actually took not only underwater conservation efforts, but as well as land conservation efforts, highlighting each industry within Grenada, be it, obviously coral restoration projects, we have sealing, culinary, bird watching, obviously plastic pollution, that's where we have the beach cleanup today.
Kason Charles, project lead at the Grenada Tourism Authority, used the opportunity to promote the GTA's volunteerism program launched to encourage visitors to the island to volunteer their time to support a charitable cause.
Our volunteerism activities shines light into the possibility or into the idea, into persons visiting our island and having a tangible effect on the island. We have persons being able to come in, volunteer their time, their service, their skills, and develop different aspects of Grenada, different aspects of our ecosystem, different aspects of how we can put into our local communities.
The festival continues Friday with a plant-based culinary farm-to-table experience and sustainable sailing with Savvy Sailing. On Saturday, a reef cleanup and lionfish hunting activity will be hosted by Aquanauts Grenada. Activities continue on Sunday with bird watching hosted by Von Francis at Blue Horizons Garden Resort and will conclude on Monday with a closing ceremony at the Tower Estate. Reporting for GBN News, Beverly. Let's see what's at the end of the GBN ISO lens. It's time to take a peek.
GBN ISO is brought to you by ClearVision. Life is beautiful if only you can see it. ClearVision Eye Center helps you do just that. We provide expert service, classy eyewear, and cutting-edge technology, all with a quality customer experience. See better, feel better, and look better. Meet us today at clearvisiongrenada.com or call 444-0055, WhatsApp 409-0055, or follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. ClearVision Eye Center. Let's see life and the world with a clear vision.
Sometimes good things come in twos. The photographs featured in tonight's ISO show 2 banana flowers attached to a bunch of bananas. The flower stem of a typical banana tree usually has one flower at a time attached to the end of it. However, the flower stem in this ISO submission descends into what resembles a 2-pronged fork at the end. Banana flowers, if left on the tree, blossom into bananas. These reddish-purple teardrop-shaped leaves can weigh in at up to a pound per flower. We thank tonight's citizen journalists for that submission. Send us your photo and video submissions via WhatsApp at 405-3052 or our other social media platforms. Governor General points to a serious deficit in the readiness of our students for the job market while declaring Teachers Month open. We'll be back in a moment.
Here's a little known fact. There is only one place in Grenada that you can get an MRI scan done. That place is Speyside Imaging Center. Yes. Yes, Grenada, that's the truth. Other centers could offer you other scans, but Spy Cell Imaging provides an authentic MRI scan. We operate at Grenville and the Carnage. We provide the widest range of laboratory tests and services. CT scans, x-rays, mammograms, ultrasounds, and a host of other services. We are fully staffed by a team of family doctors and specialists. Call us today at 444-7679 or 440-1500 or visit any of our locations. Spy Cell Imaging, from seeing the doctor to getting lab tests, scans, and pharmacy services. We are here to take care of you.
We got stoves, cook it, fry it, bake it, stew it, poach it, eat it, drink it, slurp it. At Quartz, you can get it. We got fridges, slurp it, chill it, freeze it, store it, crisp it, pack it, and stack it. At Quartz, you can get it. Washer, dryer, wash it, fluff it, for spin it, dry it, clean it, fold it, wear it, sort it, and soak it. Rinse it, load it. FDA gon' make you blend it, crush it, toast it. At Quartz, you can get it.
Big money, money, money. $3,000 every week for 3 months.
What?
Yes, it's the NLA's Crazy Cash Giveaway Promotion. Every week from April 11th to June 30th, 3 lucky Daily Games customers will randomly win $1,000 each week. Imagine winning as much as $36,000 in 12 weeks.
How?
Spend $12 in a single purchase on Daily Cash 4, Daily Pick 3, or Playway. Look for the words Cash Winner on your tickets to collect $1,000. The more you spend $12 on your favorite daily games, the more chances you have to win. Must be 18 or older to participate. All prizes must be collected by July 7th, 2023. Other terms and conditions apply. See stores for details. NLA, making your dreams come true. Money, money, money.
A whole new level of convenience and comfort awaits you when you shop at Rise and Shine Supermarket and Hardware Supplies, Griffin Lane, Grenville. Convenient, because we are open Sunday to Sunday. We're even at your service on public holidays. Comfort, because we are easily accessible to the physically challenged. Free Wi-Fi is available while you shop, and bags come at no charge. Everyday low prices and excellent customer care. Adequate parking available. We supply everything you can possibly think of. Family and home supplies, fresh meat, vegetables, and personal care products. All brands of cooking gas at affordable prices. You can send in your order, have it pulled, or pick up express.
This is GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium. This segment is brought to you by Flow.
Paying is faster and easier with Flow FastPay. Use your MasterCard or Visa and pay from anywhere. Log on to discoverflow.co/fastpay and press Consumer. Select your country and enter your account number. Enter the amount to be paid and an email address. Enter your credit card information. You'll receive a payment confirmation with the transaction details, along with a receipt to your email address. It's fast, safe, and easy. Flow, keeping you connected.
Welcome back. Governor General Dame Cecile La Grenade has welcomed the celebration of teachers during the month of June. In a message to mark the start of Teachers Month, the Governor General emphasized the important role of teachers and the significant influence they have on future generations. Details in this report.
The Governor General commended the teachers for their resilience over the years and recognized the longevity of the Grenada Union of Teachers, which she said has the distinction of being the oldest trade union in the country. Acknowledging the role of teachers in shaping the lives of young people, the Governor General pointed out that despite the commendable academic performance of students and strong professional development of many teachers today, there is a serious deficit in the readiness of our students for the job market.
Employers in all sectors of our society today continue to express the need for young employees fresh out of school to be better equipped with the attributes needed to make the required contribution to their place of employment. I encourage you to make these skills a high priority, as this should partially alleviate some of the present-day deficits in students' preparedness and offer opportunities for students to be better prepared for the working world, as they will complement their academic training.
With great power comes great responsibility, explained the Governor General, citing that teachers can make the world a better place by inspiring and motivating students to be their best selves.
As you continue to focus on encouraging your young ones to live up to their full academic potential, I urge you to also devote attention to shaping well-rounded individuals by teaching them valuable life skills such as communication, teamwork, and decorum, and instilling in them the importance of high ethical and moral standards. Strong, committed, and dedicated teachers, as school and community leaders, will contribute to nation building and ultimately to a prosperous country.
The Governor General, who declared Teachers Month open, congratulated the Grenada Union of Teachers for continuing the tradition of dedicating the month of June to the nation's teachers.
I congratulate the Grenada Union of Teachers on continuing the tradition of dedicating the month of June to our nation's teachers. The worth of your noble profession lies in what others become because of you. It is therefore only fitting that you devote 1 month to commemorating the founding of your union, honoring your members, celebrating your achievements, and reflecting on ways to adapt and improve your profession in a world in which technological change is occurring at dizzying speed.
The GET will celebrate 110 years of existence on June 20th. Several activities are planned throughout the month to mark this achievement. For GBN News, I am Rena Pett Thomas reporting.
The GUT, 110 years old, celebrating teachers, advancing education, and nation building, is the theme used to celebrate Teachers Month 2023 as the Grenada Union of Teachers reaches its 110-year milestone. Details in this report.
Celebrating 110 years of existence on June 20th, the Grenada Union of Teachers will be hosting several activities throughout the month to mark this achievement. The month is also dedicated to teachers throughout Grenada and the hard work and sacrifice they make for future generations and their valuable contribution towards nation building. Several activities will highlight the occasion, including a church service on June 8th at the St. George's Anglican School, a wreath-laying ceremony on June 5th to celebrate the lives of past teachers, and a quiz and karaoke competition on June 9th. First Vice President Frankson Marshall and the Second Vice President Tommy Duncan of the GUT outlined other events planned for the month of June.
The next thing on the agenda as it pertains to our sport, we do have our annual sport event, which would be our national, in terms of GUT, Sports Day, which will be held on the 16th of June. On that Sports Day, that would be located in Colbert Peters Park, Guave, St. John.
On the 24th of June at Bathway Beach, we have Teachers Can Cook, and we really can cook. Now, at this activity, the various branches would be preparing individual dishes, and the teachers present would be sharing from those dishes presented. So we would have
President of the GUT, Jude Bartholomew, is calling on the community, business owners and bus drivers to show appreciation to teachers throughout the month, especially on June 20th.
And we really want the entire general public, citizens at large, wherever you are, put aside everything else and really and truly love, appreciate your teachers in so many ways that you can really and truly do it in tangible ways. We're asking our business community right out through the length and breadth of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit-Martinique, right? Wherever the teachers will shop and do business, be generous to our teachers. So we're looking for those discounts. All right through every business place and every business establishment. So we asking the busmen, bus drivers, the buses for the generosity, all right, for the teachers on June 20th. So that should be a free ride day. And also throughout the month of June, you can give a little discount to the teachers. So instead of paying $2.50 for a short ride, you can say $2.
The celebration will end on July 8th with a rum runner cruise. For GBN News, I am Rena Pitt Thomas reporting.
Stay with us. The sports news is up next.
When you need your prescription filled or you require non-prescribed medication, supplements, or all your personal needs, visit Gittins Healthcare at locations on Wall Street, Grandans, Victoria Street, Granville, and Central Deputy Street, Wharf. Gittins Healthcare aims to provide an exceptional personalized pharmacy experience. Additionally, children under 5 and adults 55 years and over will enjoy 10% discount on purchases of $20 and over on prescription medication. Stop settling for less. Visit Gittins Healthcare, where your health is our priority.
The NLA is giving you more chances to multiply your Playway winnings by adding Multi-X to your regular Playway bets to win up to 5 times more. Imagine winning as much as $1,200 instead of $240 with a $10 Playway bet by simply adding Multi-X. Place your Playway bets from $1 to $10 or in increments on your favorite Playway symbols or numbers. Then add the Multi-X option at the same value to win 2 times, 3 times, 5 times more, or free plays. With Multi-X, you must bet the same amount wagered on your regular Playway bets for your winnings to be multiplied. Grenadians, value your dreams and win your way as much as 5 times more with Multi-X added to Playway and watch your money grow. Must be 18 years or older to play. NLA, making your dreams come true.
Good evening, sporting fans. We begin with cricket, where Our Lady of the Rosary Catholic School, representing Carriacou and Petit-Martinique, is the winner of the primary schools cricket playoff tournament. They won against St. David RC 73-69. The 8-over one-day parish tournaments represent government's efforts to revitalize sports within the schools at the grassroots level after a 3-year break. All 7 parishes were represented at the final, which was held earlier today at the Bussageur playing field. Cricket coach attached to the Ministry of Sports is Steve Mahan.
I see some good talents, I see some good cricket, and I'm feeling real happy after a couple of years that we bring back primary school cricket. Yeah, well, I'm pretty impressed because seeing that we've been away for a number of years, we haven't been able to go to the schools to coach. There's still kids that maybe they do it in the village or be in the home and so, but they have good skills level, and we come the new term, we will be fully back into the school, trying to help them and preparing them, going forward.
Mahan outlined some of the future plans of the ministry.
thing we're looking at is trying to have a parish competition. So from these playoffs, we want to pick a team from each parish and have a parish competition. After that, at the new term, come September, all the coaches attached to the Ministry of Sports will be going to the schools to continue our training program and prepare the kids better for maybe the next year and next tournament. So you see a much higher standard because we will work with them for almost a year. It's a yearly thing. All right, and it's good for cricket because primary school is the base where cricket starts, where they start the career, and we will monitor them going forward into the secondary schools and even after that.
Moving now to football, as the GFA gets ready to kick off another football season, all measures are being put in place to ensure that there are no interruptions in the competition. Over the years, one of the major concerns for the clubs has been the regulations for the competition. Prize money amounting to $100,000 will be at stake in this year's competition.
Start rescheduling for whatever reason. It seems as far back as I can remember, like every GFA tournament, there is always some issue that puts the competition at pause during the middle of the competition. Sometimes we can look at the regulations. Sometimes we look at processes. What we've seen over a period of time, matters go to disciplinary committee, etc., and takes forever to get sorted. And the hope is that these things can change with this year. As I said, this is a lot of injection of funds into the competition this year.
Marlon Glean, president of the GFA, says it is the hope of the association that this year's competition will run off smoothly. He noted that the competition regulations have been put together and will be shared with the clubs.
The hope is that from this year we can start making drastic changes. So the competition is not held up every other week or so because of some small dispute or something as small as only one official out of 4 showing up for matches. So the regulations, I think, has been set, Mr. Campbell. It'll be shared with the affiliates, the council, and I'm hopeful that it's much stronger than before, and some of the issues that has continued to pop up over the years can be at least taken care of using.
Glean says the regulations by themselves are not sufficient and calls on the different GFA committees to ensure a smooth execution of the season.
Once you start rescheduling matches, then it's a rippling effect, and that can cause that competition to go much longer than expected. So the hope, and I'm going to challenge the office, I'm going to challenge the General Secretary, the Competitions Department, the Competitions Committee, the Disciplinary Committee, to let's focus this year on trying to turn around things and preparing much better so that we don't have all the hiccups we've previously had in competitions in Grenada.
In more sports news, West Indian Carl Hooper has been appointed as assistant to new coach Darren Sammy as the Caribbean side prepare for their World Cup qualifying campaign. Cricket West Indies CWI said on Thursday that Hooper and Barbadian Floyd Reefer had been named as assistant coaches to Sammy, with former New Zealand all-rounder James Franklin also joining the staff. Guyanese Hooper was the first player in the world to have scored 5,000 runs, taken 100 wickets, held 100 catches, and received 100 caps in both ODIs and Tests. His record was later matched by South African Jack Scalise. An off-spinner and a middle-order batsman, Hooper played for West Indies from 1987 to 2003, but has mainly lived in Australia since retiring from the team. That's sports. Stay with us for a look around the region. This is the One Caribbean Media Hookup. I'm your presenter, Beverly Telesford. Trinidad's National Security Minister Fitzgerald Hines has blamed a very wild card former commissioner of police, whom he said had in recent times defied government policy and allowed for a certain category of weapons and ammunition to be available to the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. Hines, addressing a public meeting of the ruling People's National Movement, PNM, on Thursday night, did not name the wildcard commissioner, but said that the ammunition in question had been banned by the United Nations. He said about 280 military-grade weapons used mainly by soldiers and military people in combat had been recovered so far this year. Hines disclosed that by the end of May, 242 people had been murdered in Trinidad and Tobago, including 114 gang-related killings, followed by 31 drug-related murders and 21 revenge killings. Further afield, the U.S. Senate passed a bill to suspend the nation's debt limit through January 1st, 2025, averting a first-ever U.S. default just days ahead of the deadline. The details in this report.
Just before midnight, actually, showing just how quickly the Senate can get something done when it wants to. The final tally, 63-36. Notably, a lot more Democrats backing the final bill than Republicans. President Biden, as you noted, he is expected to sign it right away. And then tonight, for the first time of his presidency, he's going to deliver an Oval Office address about this bipartisan effort. After weeks of negotiations, deal-making, what they call the Fiscal Responsibility Act will raise the nation's debt limit. It'll put caps on federal spending for the next 2 years. And most importantly, and this really was the urgency here, it avoids a catastrophic default that would have wreaked havoc on the economy. The federal government had been set to run out of money to pay its bills this coming Monday. Some good news, by the way. Moody's, one of those top credit rating agencies, reaffirmed its AAA, its top credit rating for the U.S., suggesting that it sees no reason for a downgrade like when this happened back in 2011. And I think, Savannah, most strikingly throughout this process is how the political middle won out. A coalition of lawmakers from both sides, progressive Democrats and more conservative Republicans, opposed.
Mexican authorities found at least 45 bags with human remains in a ravine during a search for 7 young people reported missing last week. We get the details in this report.
Police had been searching for 2 women and 5 men, all aged around 30, who had been reported missing since May 20th. Investigators found that they all worked at the same call center near where the human remains were discovered. Local media reported that the call center may have been a front for an organized crime network running telephone fraud, but families of the missing accused the authorities of trying to criminalize the victims. Forensic experts are still trying to determine the number of victims and their identities. In recent years, human remains have been found in bags or unmarked makeshift graves in various areas of Jalisco. In 2021, around 70 bags containing the human remains of 11 people were found. And in 2019, the remains of 29 people were found in 119 bags in an uninhabited area of Zapopan.
And that was your One Caribbean Media Hookup. I was your presenter, Beverly Telesford. Recapping the headlines, Vendome resident Kevin Penny charged with 3 counts of arson and murder. Virgin Atlantic introduces inter-Caribbean travel to Grenada and St. Vincent. Grenada encouraged to capitalize on international accolades during ECCB's lecture series. In the region, Trinidad's wildcard former police commissioner linked to proliferation of guns and ammunition. Internationally, Senate passes U.S. debt ceiling deal, averting a U.S. default. And in sports, Carriacou and PT Martinique wins primary school cricket. If you missed any part of this newscast, a repeat of it will be broadcast at 10 o'clock tonight. Continue to follow us online at gbn.gd or on GBN Television Facebook page and YouTube channel for these and other top stories. I am Beverly Telesford. That's the news. We'll see you again. Good night.